The war for love, legacy, and power has officially begun, and nothing in Bridgerton will ever be the same again. The Bridgerton Season 4 Part 2 official trailer has dropped, and the leaked scenes circulating online revealed betrayals, secret identities, a scandal that could destroy the ton, and a wedding that no one saw coming. Sophie is on the brink of losing everything. Benedict is forced to confront the consequences of his own pride. Lady Araminta is playing her most dangerous game yet. And just when you think you understand what is happening, the trailer drops clues that suggest someone we trust might be hiding a devastating secret. If you thought Part 1 was emotional, Part 2 is about to shatter hearts, rewrite destinies, and change the Bridgerton family forever. The trailer opens with silence, heavy and suffocating, before we see Sophie standing alone, her eyes filled with tears she is trying desperately not to let fall. You can feel the weight of Benedict's words hanging in the air even before we hear them again. Be my mistress. Not my wife, not my equal, not my future, his mistress. And in that single moment, the entire love story we believed in begins to crack. Benedict Bridgerton, the man who spent months searching for the mysterious lady in silver, the man who claimed he would recognize her anywhere, has unknowingly asked the woman he loves to accept a life in the shadows. The trailer makes it painfully clear that this is not just a romantic misunderstanding. This is a collision between love and privilege, between desire and societal rules, and Sophie is the one being asked to sacrifice everything. What makes this moment even more heartbreaking is the way Sophie reacts. She does not scream, she does not beg, she does not try to convince him to choose her publicly. Instead, she stands taller. Her voice shakes, but her words are steady. She tells him she would rather have nothing than be someone's secret. And that line alone might be one of the most powerful lines in the entire season. Because Sophie has spent her entire life being treated as if she is invisible, hidden in kitchens, ordered around by a cruel stepmother, reminded daily that she does not belong. And now the man she loves is unknowingly asking her to return to that same invisible existence. The trailer lingers on Benedict's face as he realizes what he has done. You can see the exact second regret hits him. But regret does not erase humiliation, and it does not undo the damage. The official trailer then shifts into a rapid montage of tension building across London, whispers in ballrooms, doors closing behind secret conversations, a shot of Lady Araminta watching Sophie with a calculating expression that sends chills down your spine. And here is where things begin to feel dangerous. Because this is no longer just about a broken proposal. This is about control. Lady Araminta knows Sophie's secret. She knows that Sophie is the lady in silver, and she knows that if Benedict ever discovers the truth, her own plans for securing a wealthy marriage for her daughters will collapse instantly. The leaked scenes confirm that Araminta has already started planting seeds of suspicion about Sophie among the servants and the ton. She is not waiting for love to fix itself. She is preparing for war. One of the most shocking leaked moments shows Sophie overhearing a conversation between Araminta and Rosamond about removing obstacles. That phrase alone changes everything, because it suggests that Araminta is not just trying to manipulate social perception, she is willing to destroy Sophie's reputation entirely. And in Regency society, reputation is everything. Once it is stained, it rarely recovers. The trailer hints at a coming accusation, something serious enough to involve authorities, and if the leaks are accurate, that accusation is theft. A necklace, a family heirloom, a piece of evidence that could prove Sophie's true identity as the illegitimate daughter of a nobleman. Instead of protecting that truth, Araminta weaponizes it. But the emotional core of this first section remains Benedict, because the trailer does something very clever. It does not portray him as a villain, it portrays him as a man trapped by the very system that benefits him. We see him pacing, frustrated, clearly torn between what he feels and what he believes he is allowed to do.
There's a scene where Anthony appears to warn him about the consequences of scandal, reminding him that every Bridgerton choice affects the entire family. And suddenly, Benedict's hesitation makes more sense. He is not just choosing between love and pride, he is choosing between love and family stability, between Sophie and the Bridgerton name. But here's the problem. Sophie should never have to compete with a title. The tension escalates when the trailer shows Sophie packing her small belongings in the middle of the night. No dramatic speech, no grand confrontation, just quiet devastation. If Benedict will not claim her publicly, she refuses to stay where she is not fully wanted. And this is where the heartbreak deepens, because leaving means walking away from the only place she has ever felt even slightly seen. The leaked footage suggests that she intends to find work elsewhere under a different name, disappearing before Benedict can change his mind. And that choice might be the wake-up call he needs. But what if it is too late? As the first half of the trailer comes to an end, we see a final chilling image. Lady Araminta holding the necklace, her fingers tightening around it, as she whispers that some girls should remember their place. The music cuts out, the screen fades to black, and a single question hangs in the air. If Sophie loses her freedom, her reputation, and the one man she loves all at once, will there be anything left of the girl who once dreamed of a fairy tale ending?
Just when it feels like Sophie has already endured the worst humiliation of her life, the trailer shifts from heartbreak to full scandal. The music grows darker, the whispers grow louder, and then we see it. Sophie being publicly accused of theft. Not in private, not quietly handled behind closed doors, but in front of members of the ton, servants, and even a few familiar faces who look stunned into silence. The necklace Lady Araminta claimed was stolen is presented as evidence, and in that moment, Sophie's entire future begins to collapse. The official trailer carefully edits this scene to maximize suspense. We see Sophie's hands trembling as she tries to explain herself. We see Lady Araminta standing tall, her expression perfectly composed, playing the role of the concerned noblewoman betrayed by a dishonest maid. And then we see something that changes everything. The necklace is not just any piece of jewelry. It carries a family crest, a crest that does not belong to Araminta, a crest that suggests noble blood. The leaked scenes confirm that this necklace once belonged to Sophie's mother. It is not stolen, it is proof of identity, but in Araminta's hands, it becomes a weapon. The most devastating part of this accusation is how quickly society believes it. That is the brutal reality the trailer wants us to feel. Sophie has no title, no powerful family publicly backing her, no social standing. So when Lady Araminta speaks, people listen. When Sophie denies it, people doubt her, and the trailer shows us that doubt spreading like wildfire. We see doors closing in her face, we see servants whispering, we see even some members of the Bridgerton household confused and unsure of what to believe. Reputation in this world is fragile, and Sophie's is being shattered in real time. Then comes the moment that leaves viewers completely stunned. Authorities arrive. The leaked footage reveals Sophie being escorted away, her face pale but her spine straight. She does not beg, she does not cry out. She walks with dignity, even as her world falls apart. And the trailer deliberately cuts to Benedict at that exact second, unaware of what is happening. That editing choice is intentional, because while Sophie is being dragged into scandal, Benedict is still wrestling with his own pride, not yet realizing that his hesitation created space for this disaster to unfold. But when he finds out, everything changes. The trailer gives us a glimpse of Benedict storming into Bridgerton House, demanding answers. His composure is gone. The man who once tried to protect his family from scandal is now ready to challenge the entire system. We see him confront Araminta directly. She remains calm, almost amused, insisting that she is simply protecting her property and her daughters from deception.
She implies that Sophie manipulated Benedict, that Sophie was pretending to be someone she is not, and that accusation hits deeper than the theft itself, because now Sophie's entire character is under attack. The leaked scenes add another explosive detail. Rosamund initially supports her mother, claiming she always suspected Sophie of ambition beyond her station, but Posey appears conflicted. There is a brief but powerful moment where Posey looks at Sophie with guilt in her eyes. This suggests cracks forming within Araminta's own family, and that is dangerous for her, because secrets rarely survive when loyalty begins to fracture. Meanwhile, Benedict begins piecing together clues. The trailer shows him remembering Sophie at the masquerade, the way she spoke, the way she carried herself, the intelligence in her eyes. He begins to question everything. If Sophie were truly a thief, why would she have rejected his offer? Why would she walk away from luxury instead of securing it? That realization